How's it going, everybody? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming, and today I'm looking at a game that I just recently won from Game Nerdz in a contest they ran online, and it's a big one. I'm going to unbox Ticket to Ride Legends of the West. Now, this is the first legacy game from Ticket to Ride, and it is going to be something else. I'm going to do my best not to show any spoiler stuff, but let's take a look and see what's inside this thing. And I'll tell you this right now, this is almost as heavy as my cat Trixie. Whew. Let us to the table and see what's inside. All right, here we have it. Ticket to Ride Legacy Legends of the West. And if you hear some pattering in the background, that is just Trixie, who is the size of this game, just going through the house. So let's unbox this and see what is inside. I already made a little bit of a cut here. So let's open this up. And I'm going to try to not make this as spoilery as possible when unboxing this. But a lot of the stuff should be in separate boxes going, hey, do not open until this happens. As most Legacy games do. Now, this is the first Legacy game I have gotten. And again, I won it through a contest the Game Nerdz were running. So being able to get this in a random draw, I don't win too much in those things. So I'm actually very glad I was able to do it with this one. So let's open this up and see what's inside. All right, and already we have... all right. Well, if this doesn't stop you from taking a look at everything else, I don't know what will. So stop, read this first. Remove the upper board tray and unwrap the board pieces. You may examine the 5 pieces that make up the starting board. Do not examine the frontier boards behind the divider. Okay, so that's the main thing, gotta watch out for. I will do my best not to open any of that stuff, and we'll just keep it at that. All right. So we have our instruction book here with all the different happenings in the game. It looks like in this we actually have dollars. So we get to spend money on stuff this time around in the game. And the cards are actually upright. I'm looking forward to seeing that up close. And yeah, so it's, again, with this, it's a smaller rule book than most Legacy games. And it looks like there's a lot of different rules that you'll be coming across throughout the game, and you get to stick them here in your book to make this a unique copy of the game for you. All right, so we have the coinage here for the currency. It feels like a sturdy cardboard. There are some that are popping out. I'm going to do that a little bit later on. But yeah, so we got our 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20. It's not too often you see a 2. It usually goes from 1 to 5. So I'm glad they included that. So thank you, Days of Wonder, on that. All right, so we have this bit. Well, dang, good Lord. All right. So far, the game won David 0, apparently, because I cannot get this sucker. There we go. Whew. Okay. All right, now this is awesome. I love how this looks. This is old school. I mean, it is set in the Old West. But this just looks amazing. I love the artwork on this. All right, so let's open this up. Try not to be spoilery. And try to keep that intact right there. So my only thing so far is that I wish they could have done this a little bit easier. Maybe put this in a separate thing, so have like these in their own container, and then have the other stuff that you don't get to until later on in a separate bag. But I know most companies are just trying to save on materials and save on packing materials especially. So all right, so we have... Oh, I've never been good at puzzles, but I'm glad this is big enough to where I think I'll be able to make it. We shall see. But I'll put these together in a little bit. But these are the pieces of where you're starting at in the northeast of the U.S. I know I just put that up there. Sorry, I went far northeast. All right, so we have the northeast. So we got Montreal, Buffalo, Albany. We have the space for the tickets. We don't know what this one is yet, but that'd be pretty cool to see. We got the Atlantic coast with Charleston, Savannah, and Norfolk right there. We have the South, Mobile, Atlanta, New Orleans. And looks like we get to do some seaports, possibly, in this game. And of course, you have the Appalachia, which is Baltimore, Charlotte, Knoxville, Lewisburg. I've been to Lewisburg, lovely place. Pittsburgh, Detroit, Chicago, and Cincinnati. And do not look at the frontier boards below until instructed. Okay, so this will be a mystery for everybody. Ooh. All right, so now we just remove this. And good Lord. All right, so we have, looks like we have different, all the different places and different railroads. That looks like. So we have Erie, Pennsylvania Railroad, let's take a look at this. New Haven and Hartford. We have the B&O, and then we have New York Central System. So these are empty boxes. So I'm taking it this is what you're going to be putting your stuff into. What I'm thinking, it's an educated guess. And I'm just somewhat educated. So this will probably be the starting train of your company that you'll be running, and you'll be keeping stuff in these boxes. Looks like we have tools here. I'm just going to see if I can open this in front of you. Because it looks like tools. It feels like tools. It definitely is. We get the hole punch stuff, people. We get the hole punch the game. This is officially the greatest game I've gotten. This is pretty cool to have a hole punch. I know a lot of people don't get excited about hole punches, but to see this in the game gets me excited because that means you're going to be punching tickets throughout the game. And that's truly going to make it a definitely your personal copy. My wife will need to keep this away from me. I'll be punching everything. But that's pretty cool if they actually have a hole punch. So, and it makes perfect sense for this kind of game. So thank you, Days of Wonder. All right, so we have the different areas here. We got California, Cascadia, Sierra Madre. We have the Great Plains, the Haunted Wastes. I wonder if the Banshee of the Badlands is there. We have the Badlands. Nope, there's where Banshee of the Badlands would be. The Open Range and Florida. We're going to keep these sealed. There's some stuff in there. There's probably different cards you get to add to the decks and rule cards. And we'll just leave those be. We have the different trains, as everybody loves in this game. So we have red, green, yellow, blue, and black. So all the familiar colors. And then we have some extra pieces here, just in case you come up a little short there. All right, let's look behind this here, because this has all the different stuff in there. By the way, the layout on this is fantastic. Everything has a place in here for it. And being able to have a separate little box. Steampunkish, which makes perfect sense to me for this game. I love this. They have everything spread out here. So, all right. And we have the different decks. So we have the train decks. We can actually open this up, right? Yeah, we can open this up. It doesn't say story deck like this one. This will be... this will not be opened on this little video here, but that's fine. But we will open up the train deck if I can. So far, the game 2, David, nothing when it comes to all of this. So if there's a cut here, that means that this definitely took a little bit of time. So please hold. There was a cut there, wasn't it? I bet it was. All right, so... these are definitely a lot bigger than the usual cards we get to mess with for Ticket to Ride. But the artwork, I love how these look. So we got our yellow, we have our white trains, we got the red trains, we got the green lines, we have the blue lines, we have the black trains there. And, we got the cool locomotives right here, which are the rainbow color. Which, again, as always, with all these Ticket to Ride games, being able to make this friendly for people who are a bit, who are colorblind, definitely helps out. So you have the different shapes in the corners here to help make sure that players know which ones they're going for throughout the game. Because these symbols are on the trains spots themselves in the game. Now, we have... Let me actually set this up a little bit here. Alright, so it looks like these green ones are event type cards. So I'm not going to open up these because, again, legacy game. I want to try and keep much of it I can hidden. But this is the Railroad Herald. Draw the next event and put in the play, discard this card, then draw a replacement card. Okay, so this will be... I'm anxious to see what these are, so we're just going to let those be then. We'll get to you later. We got postcards here, which is a new thing, so there's probably going to be some worth with those. We have dividers for the different things. All right, so we have train cards, tickets, events, storeroom. We have the post office for the postcards, and the dead letter office. So we have the dividers for those, and we have the bank things here, like banknotes, bank bills in here, so you can keep track of all your spending throughout the game. And it looks like that is everything that's in here that I can show you without spoiling everything. So we will definitely be taking a look at this at a later date. If I don't get to show this off in a playthrough on the channel, I will at least do a playthrough with the final version that I get once everything is all said and done. But that is everything I can show you on this game, and this has been Ticket to Ride Legacy Legends of the West. Well, there you have it. That's what's inside Ticket to Ride Legends of the West, a legacy game that I cannot wait to get on the table in 2024, and it is going to be a blast to do so. I've always been a fan of Ticket to Ride, whether it's been Ticket to Ride USA, Ticket to Ride Europe, Ticket to Ride Rails and Sails, even the smaller ones where it's like Ticket to Ride New York, which by the time you're seeing this video, I would have already came back from New York and recovered, hopefully. But it's a simple game. It's a whole lot of fun. And being able to put it into a legacy format and build your board so then you can have your own unique copy for the rest of your time having the game, it's truly something special. And I'm really glad that they did something for Ticket to Ride in that way. And I can't wait to see how it unfolds. And hopefully I'll be able to do it on the channel, or at least show you the end result of it by the time it's all said and done. And hopefully you'll join me for that. But thank you all so much for checking out this video. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let everyone know that House Hedge Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs. So until next time, everyone, stay safe and take care, my friends.